and employ more students at 21, 22. Because same work they are doing. Therefore, if you are going to grow in your career tomorrow, you will have to think about what you do, beyond 30. You have to create a space for yourself that the company will not be able to do without you. Otherwise, you won't survive. Correct or not? Because in this world, people have this use and throw mentality. See, these mentalities are all coming under one heading called Bhogavritti. Bhogavritti means exploitative mentality. Another story here. There was one crane who went to a pond and told the crabs and fishes, "Oh, crabs and fishes, I feel very sorry for you," he said. "Why?" They asked. "You see, your pond has very little water. I can't say in the autumn season this pond may dry up. But I have seen a very big lake where there is vast body of water. I wish you were all living there happily." And they said, "Oh, really? Is there some way we can go from here to there? We don't know how to go." And the crane volunteered, "I can take you one by one. I can drop you there." So do you think he really dropped them there? Of course, he picked up one by one. On the way, he finished eating them daily, one by one. So here is a person who is volunteering, motivated voluntary service. It is. So these are all coming under Bhogavritti. So I will not get into these details. I will take you to one very interesting section. What happened? Uh, See, these are the Kauravas and Pandavas. I'm going to show you from Mahabharata 10 lessons of win-win thinking. How the Pandavas adapted and Kauravas did not adopt such principles. You can see that. You can see what kind of generals Kauravas had. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, powerful people, Kripacharya, such people. And here, these are the people, Arjuna, Bhima, Drishtadumna, Abhimanyu, Gadodgaja, Shikhandi and Satyaki. See, the Kauravas, Duryodhana said, "Without war, I will not grant even a needle prick of earth." Like that he said. So Duryodhana's idea was what? Let there be war, Pandavas be wiped out, and I'll become an unrivaled ruler of the whole world. That was his idea. Yeah. So he said, by fair or foul means, I want to wipe out the Pandavas. He was in no mood to give up. He never thought of them to be brothers at all. Cousins. He never thought like that. But what Yudhishthira Maharaj said, you see, we fight over a kingdom as dogs are fighting over a piece of meat. He said, what a shameful thing. Cousins and cousins, brothers and brothers fighting for a piece of land. I am ready to go for a compromise. He told Krishna, tell Duryodhana, let him take half the world, I will take half the world. Or let him take the entire world, just give me 5 villages. We are 5 Kshatriya Pandavas. Let us rule one village. Because Kshatriyas cannot live without ruling some place. At least one village we need. So you go as a Shanti Dut, peace messenger. So he sent Krishna to the Kauravas. But Duryodhana was adamant and hell-bent on going for the war. Because he thought that, why should I give even 5 villages? They should not exist at all, he thought. They should be wiped out. So that's why needle prick of earth also I won't give, like that he said. So Pandavas were humiliated, their wife Draupadi was insulted, kingdom was taken away. They wanted to avoid the war. The 3 elder Pandavas are against the war, but Krishna convinced them to fight the battle because Krishna said, this Duryodhana is a win-lose thinker and he is absolutely unreasonable. Even Arjuna proposed to Krishna, why can't we let Duryodhana rule and we go back to forest? But Krishna said something very interesting. He said when Duryodhana was there leading in the public assembly, he humiliated a woman, Draupadi. Is it not? He was about to disturb the public. So, Yata Raja, Tata Praja, we say, no? Seeing the king, many other men also will become corrupt in their character. Whereas tomorrow, if you perform the battle and many women become widows also, Yudhishthira Maharaj will take care of those widows like his own mother. He'll protect them. So I want to see Yudhishthira Maharaj rule the world, who is a righteous king, not this sinful wretch Duryodhana, like the Krishna said. So the first thing, do the right thing at the right time under right guidance. This is Pandavas. Anything you do in life, you have to go to the true north principle, which is a universal law. What is universal law? If I pinch you, you will feel pain. If I go and pinch an American, he will feel pain. If I pinch a Canadian, he will feel pain. Huh? Wherever you pinch. That means the universal law that if you pinch someone, it pains. Isn't it? Similarly, there are many universal laws. How many of you here tell me you will never like to be cheated by somebody? Raise a hand. Correct or not? Is there anybody want to be cheated? None of us want to be cheated. Huh? That's a universal law. Because intuitively we all are living entities, sparks of life. We hold the same type of feelings and emotions. Actually, in the absolute platform of the spiritual plane, all the souls are aligned around God and they have pure qualities, like Yudhishthira Maharaj, that type of qualities. They act on the right thing, they act on the right guidance. This is actually Samudra Manthan Leela, where Asuras and Devatas were brought in collaboration by Lord Vishnu. That's a very great thing. Okay, let us go to this one. One of you read that? Who has the mic with you? You the mic. Please read that. What did Kauravas do? Give one of them, mic. Whoever is ready to read, give them. Read that.
Karna went on a countrywide military mission, subdued the different kingdoms, and acquired wealth, loss in terms of both men and money, and creation of new enemies.
Just see, that's what Kauravas did. See, when Pandavas were in the forest, this is what Kauravas did. He was sending Karna everywhere, and there was a military mission to defeat the kingdoms and acquire their wealth and bring. That's what Duryodhana was doing through Karna. What did Pandavas do?
Though in exile, turned their attention to improving over weakness.
That means 12 years Pandavas were not sleeping in the forest. What were they doing? See, Arjuna went on a mission to get Divya Astras from the heavenly planets. You all may be knowing Arjuna got that Pashupatastra from whom? From Lord Shiva. He got celestial weapons from Indra. Similarly, Bhima made friendship with Hanuman and requested him to sit in the flag and give out war cries. And Yudhishthira Maharaj met many Brahmins and learned many nice teachings from the rishis. He learned the game of dice properly so that again, in case there is a match, he will be able to win. So that's the point. Second, turn your weaknesses into strength. The Pandavas, we did not waste their time even during their jungle stay. That's one lesson we learned. Similarly, here you see, Kauravas had one type of system, which is centralized power system. Please read the second point.
Kauravas had centralized power system. It was the greatest empire of the time, but not many powerful allies, except from old relations from far off places like Gandhara, Shakuni, Sindhu, Jayadratha, and Cambodia, Bhagadath.
Yeah, correct. These were all far, far away kingdoms. But what Pandavas did, you see, if you see, they made so many allies, you see, With Panchala Devi, she married Draupadi, he got allies with Panchala. And Arjuna married Subhadra, Krishna's sister, made allies with Dwaraka. And Sahadev married Vijaya, then Magadha kingdom. Nakula married Karanmayi, then Chedi kingdom. Like this, they collaborated with almost how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 12, 11 and 12. So, see, for you to make allies with others, you have to be a win-win thinker. Only when you are a win-win thinker, then people will like to collaborate with you. You respect others' opinions. You appreciate others' abilities. You are ready to be empathic. You know the word empathy? Who can tell me the difference between empathy and sympathy? Anybody knows the difference between the two? Sympathy and empathy. Yes? Is it the same or is it different? See, sympathy means you feel pity for somebody. Empathy means you can see from their perspective. I'll show you a picture, you'll understand it immediately. See this one. See, this fellow is saying, It will come now. It will come. It will come. Yeah, see here. This fellow is saying it's 9, not 6, he says. That fellow is saying it is 6, not 9. Who is right? Both are right. Then both are right from their own perspective. So if the left side fellow has to understand this is 6 also, then what he has to do? Let's go to the other side. Similarly, we all have to learn in our life to see from others' perspective. Also, you heard the story. Once a man was having 2, 3 children who were making a lot of noise, weeping, crying in the train. One another gentleman, he told, "Hey, what is this? Don't you control your children? They are making a lot of noise. Is this the way you take care of your children?" And the man said, "Sorry, sir. What can I say? Their mother passed away yesterday night. So children are constantly remembering her and crying." He said, "My Lord," he felt very bad. "I'm sorry." Immediately he purchased some mithai, some sweets, and then he gave it to the children. His whole mindset changed. His paradigm changed. It's called paradigm shift. Initially, he thought the children are making noise. Now, after knowing that they lost their mother, then that turned into pity. So he became empathic. Empathic means seeing from the feelings of the children. Correct, no? So Pandavas were empathic. So in this way, they had made allies with so many kingdoms. If you want to make such friendship with so many people, then one should be a win-win thinker. This is the point. Better than dependence is independence. Better than independence is interdependence. Mutual dependence on one another, and then you can do wonders in this world. Say, for example, 2 of your students here. One is very good in one subject, another good in another subject. Then you both can make the best notes and then exchange, correct, no? With each other. That is called what? Out of the 3? Is it dependence or independence or interdependence? Interdependence. If somebody says, "How can I extend my hand and ask notes of any other student? I have ego problem." Then he can only be independent. Correct, no? So, therefore, interdependence is better than independence. Okay. See this one? See, Kauravas, what was their policy?
One head of army at a time, who has supreme authority of 11 Akshauhini of army. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Shalya, and Ashwasthama.
See, this was the wrong policy Kauravas had. See, Duryodhana told Karna, you also join the army and exert yourself along with Bhishma. You both are there, then we can win. You know what Karna said? Right now you have made Bhishma, the old man, as the head of the army. If I fight and bring victory, all the credit will go to him. So I will not fight. When he is out, I am in. Otherwise, as long as he is ruling, then I am not ready to fight. So, although Karna was a very good friend of Duryodhana, in this matter he didn't cooperate. So, because he had an ego problem with Bhishma. Whereas what Pandavas did, read that.
Distributed leadership, but all aligned by Krishna's advice. 7 commanders for the 7 divisions.
Yeah.
Virat, king of Matsya, Drupad, king of Panchala, Sahadev, king of Magadha,
Radheshyam, king of Siddha. Like that, different people he had allotted. 7 commanders for 7 Akshauhinis they allotted. So everybody had their project. Everybody had their target. So they were very enthusiastic. I am sure every one of you here, if you are given opportunity to lead something and do something, you will very happily do it. Rather than you are kept in the background and not given chance to exercise your creativity. Is it not true? So therefore, Pandava's leadership is distributed leadership. Whereas Kaurava's leadership is one head of the army at a time. So this is read the lesson. Where is the mic?
Share your responsibility.
So why some people don't like to share the responsibility with their team members? Anybody can say? Why they don't like to share? They want to take the whole credit. That is true. Because they feel that if I don't take if I allow them to do, then it will become shared and nobody will know how great I am. That's the problem. That's the way Kauravas were. Yeah. Okay, read that, Kauravas.
Kauravas had no team spirit. They all fought their individual wars. Bhishma for his vow to protect the throne of Hastinapur. Drona and Kripa, they owned allegiance to the throne. Shalya, originally Pandava ally, but was brought by
You all
Duryodhana.
know this story? Shalya was coming from Madras towards Kurukshetra. He was actually a mama of the Pandavas. He was planning to fight for the Pandavas side. But Duryodhana tricked him by creating very nice pleasure bungalows and nice food for the uh, men and the horses and everything. Then, very spontaneously, Shalya said, "Oh, such wonderful arrangements were made for us. Whoever has made it, I want to fight for them." He thought Yudhishthir has made it. But who had made that arrangement? Duryodhana. Duryodhana came from behind and said, "Uncle, it's me who made all these arrangements. Therefore, you have to be on my side." So he was forcibly brought on the Kauravas side. Huh? So, will he be happy? He was not happy to fight for the Kauravas. Therefore, he always crossed Karna. Karna and Shalya had a problem. Yeah.
Karna had to prove, he wanted to prove his superiority over Arjuna.
And these were enemies. You see? Bhishma and Karna, Bhishma and Shakuni. That means inside your team, if you cancel each other's energy, will the team win? That was the problem. Whereas here, you see, yeah, they didn't gel well with each other. It was like bees and mosquitoes put together in a jar, he's saying. Huh? But see the Pandavas, read that.
One team, one goal. As men, all had huge respect for Krishna and Yudhishthira. As warriors, they were in complete awe of Bhima and Arjuna, close relatives, cousins, brothers-in-laws, father-in-laws, and they were all part of the decision-making process.
So you can see Pandavas had a cohesive team, huh? But Kauravas had a clash filled team. Hmm. So these are the causes. Although out of the two, who had a bigger army, Kauravas or Pandavas? They had 11, Pandavas had 7. Still Pandavas won. Pandavas were 5, Kauravas were 100. Still Pandavas won because they had a cohesive team. Huh? Kauravas had a team full of clashes. I read that.
Respect, affection, trust within a team is vital for success.
This is very vital for win-win. To think win-win. Respect, affection, trust within a team is vital for success. Okay, another example of win-win I'll tell you. Many parents in India want to send their children abroad. That too, especially from IITs when you come out. Many parents want to pride themselves saying that, oh, my son is in Germany, my daughter is in US and things like that. Very happily they send them for MS. They go. But then in the later years, when the father, mother become 70, 75, at that time, they have received a lot of dollar notes from their wards, from their sons and daughters. But now money doesn't matter for them anymore. What matters the most at the time? Huh? Yeah, they want to be with their children, correct? Huh? Because they feel a bit lonely in their old age. But do you think sons, daughters are ready to come back? They say, please take the dollar notes, don't call us back. You cannot come back. So, again, the same point. If you are concerned about the happiness of the mother and father, do you put money above it, or do you put your relationship above money? So therefore, respect, affection, trust. Without this, life cannot be pleasant. Life can be very miserable. Therefore, God-centered life means, like I told you about Yudhishthir Maharaj or Lord Ramachandra's rule, or Pandavas. So you can see every principle is guided like that. Okay, now I'll show you another one. See this one? Read that, Kauravas.
Except for Duryodhan, nobody wanted the war. All the four main generals had strong ties with the Pandavas, a team of traitors. Bhishma's grandchildren, so he won't kill the Pandavas, but he will kill
See,
the.
each of these people, Bhishma had a reservation. I won't kill the Pandavas, but I'll only kill 1,000 soldiers a day. Drona said, I won't kill the Pandavas, I'll only capture them. Shalya said, I love the Pandavas, but I will humiliate Karna. And Karna said, except Arjuna, he promised Kunti that I will not kill anyone else. That means it was a team of traitors, we can say, because they had their own reservations. They were not confident in that battle. You can see that. The only fellow who wanted the war was who? Duryodhana, none of them wanted the war. That means others are all unhappy with the war. Then how will they succeed in the war? On the other hand, see the Pandavas. Read that.
Common goal, but the individuals had their individual targets.
Yeah.
Their
See?
own agenda, which just became one with the team's agenda.
This is the ideal team. Huh? Drishtadyumna will kill Drona. Shikandi will kill Bhishma. Satyaki will kill Bhurishtava. Arjuna will kill Karna. Bhima will finish Duryodhana 100. He told the other Pandavas, nobody should touch them. It's my duty. He said. Sahadeva said Shakuni and his sons. Nakula, Karna sons. Clear target. Everybody had a clear target. And they were all determined to achieve the target also. Pandavas. They had a goal was common goal, but there was individual target given. All individual targets contributing to the main goal, common goal. Yeah. Please read this.
Individual target should become one with team's goal.
Was it becoming for Kauravas? It wasn't. Okay, see the commitment, read that.
Bhishma himself gave away the secret of killing him to Pandavas, and he prolonged the war by killing only
Inconsequential soldiers.
and he did not fight Shikandi because of his personal bias.
Yeah. Drona also abandoned weapons when he heard Ashwatthama died, isn't it?
Karna did not kill Yudhishthira and Bhima when he got the chance, gave away his kavach and kundalas before the war, fled several times from the war when he was hurt, and didn't save Dushasana when Bhima was killing him. Shalya kept on insulting Karna while in the battle.
Just see. Huh? So there is no commitment. Therefore, Pandavas see their commitment. See the Pandavas' commitment?
Abhimanyu, a 16-year-old kid, entered Chakravyu alone, taking all life risk, took a great part of the army down with him. 7 Maharathis had to tackle him.
Yeah. We are showing sacrifice of the Pandavas. Yeah. Gadodgaj.
While dying, took half the army with him.
Yudhishthir.
He knew that he could not face Karna in war, still went in to set an example and didn't hesitate to tell a lie in obeying Krishna.
Yeah. Then?
Krishna took up arms twice in spite of his promise.
Yeah. So Pandava side, you will see the kind of commitment. So here comes the point. Read that.
The best man for a job is not the one with the best capabilities, but the one with the greatest commitment.
Like we say, no, somebody may have skill but not will. No? But we need will more. That's what they said here. The person with capability is not enough, but he has to have commitment. So, you see, Krishna was the greatest crisis manager the world has ever seen. Huh? Any of you think for a moment in the beginning of the battlefield, Arjuna collapsed and said, I will not fight. Huh? And then he managed Arjuna's depression by speaking Gita. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, you see, how many of you know that the Pandavas sent two arrows to Dronacharya and Bhishma in the beginning of the battle? You heard about that? Huh? So, Duryodhana was wondering, why are they sending arrows to the ground? Their very first arrows are kissing the ground, he thought. Huh? So they were thinking, then Drona and Bhishma said, hey, they are offering obeisances, namaskar, before beginning the battle. Although they were on the enemy's side, they had respect for the teachers. So, read this.
Begin always with blessings from superiors. That empowers us.
Yeah.
Inspire and counsel your team in crisis.
Correct, no? Krishna did that. Yeah?
Simplicity.
Two last points, okay? Yeah.
Simplicity and touch with ground reality. The Kauravas were princes who were brought up in royal comfort, romanticized ideals of power, fame, courage, and valor, and they had no experience of ground reality.
Duryodhana just thought about how I can be the king, how I can enjoy the royal delights, and how I can rule over the people. That's all he thought. But look at the Pandavas.
Pandavas spent the greater part of their lives in poverty. They spent their childhood in the Himalayan foothills among rishis, 1 year exile among the poor people of Kuru Panchala, 12 years of Vanvas, and 1 year of Ajnatavasa. Experience with the ground reality, contact with people from various strata of the society, sannyasis, poor Brahmins, lower class potters, etc. And also different races of people, Rakshasas, Gandharvas, Apsara, Nagas, etc. So they developed a sense of sharing, a sense of brotherhood.
With all types of people. You can see he was a low-key strategist. So Yudhishthira Maharaj was very simple at heart and very friendly with all. Read that.
No ground realities, accept different ideologies, cooperate and share in a mood of brotherhood.
Yeah. Actually, the more you become mature, you can accommodate contradictory ideologies. Huh? Yudhishthira Maharaj lived with all kinds of different people, it is said. So he was a ground level leader, whereas he was in ivory towers. Who? Duryodhana. He never knew what's going on. He just thought about my power, my position, my royal comfort and everything. Last point. Yeah.
Women empowerment.
Yeah. I read that? Yeah.
Women empowerment. The Kauravas had a patriarchal structure. Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, Dhritarashtra, Vidur, Shakuni, Duryodhan, Karna, Dushasan. No women in the decision-making process. Gandhari retreated to the inner chambers.
He
Nobody.
had a lot of good ideas, but nobody listened to Gandhari, correct? No? Nobody listened to her. When Pandavas side,
Pandavas had a matriarchal structure. Kunti was the authority supreme from the Pandavas. Whatever my mother says is dharma to me, according to Yudhishthira.
Yudhishthira.
Draupadi had a big role in all the decision making. Without her, Pandavas would have mostly reclined to the forests.
So Draupadi was always involved. Huh? When Yudhishthira Maharaj and Arjuna, they all would discuss and they will consult Krishna, they will consult great souls. So nobody thought, I am the most knowledgeable and best informed. That kind of, I know it all syndrome, nobody had. Huh? They were always willing to listen to others. Great souls actually are open-minded to think that there may be a better idea than what I am carrying. They are open. Yeah.
Hence, masculine traits of aggression and dominance should be balanced by feminine traits of harmony and sustenance.
That was Pandavas. Because which Pandavas were successful. That's Ashwatthama's case. Draupadi wanted Ashwatthama to be not killed. And Yudhishthira Maharaj supported her. And Krishna also allowed that. And only his jewel was taken away and he was left. Which means their opinions, they were allowed to voice opinion and also it was taken seriously. So these are these are the 10 lessons which, because of Pandavas, win-win. So we'll revise this quickly. See these 10 lessons. Do the right thing at the right time, Pandavas did. They turned the weaknesses into strengths. They made powerful allies through win-win thinking, by interdependence. They shared their responsibilities with their team members and did not want to just lead everybody without sharing. They had respect, affection, and trust within the team like a family. They were all united in their efforts. Yeah, and also individual targets, they became one with the team's goal. And then everybody was committed to the point of even laying down their life also for achieving the goal of the team. They always sought the blessings of superiors with a humble heart. They knew the ground realities. And there was a very good blend of masculine and feminine participation in decision making. So now let me take some questions from you. I said many things to you. You also should. I want to also make sure that you don't get indigestion because of lot of hearing. Because these 10 points from Mahabharata, I thought you know Mahabharata already. Many of you watched it. But these lessons are very rare because the Pandavas, Jayastu Pandu Putranam Yesham Pakshe Janardana. It is said Pandavas became successful because, they were guided by Krishna in all these things. You can see how much they were win-win thinkers. Like Duryodhana was envious of Yudhishthir, but Yudhishthir was never envious of Duryodhana. He always thought of him like younger brother. One day when Gandharvas were fighting with Duryodhana and his brothers, they were about to arrest them all. That time, some people from the Duryodhana's party crossed the river and came to Pandava side in the forest and begged for help. Yudhishthira Maharaj immediately sent Arjuna and Bhima. He told them, they are 100 and we are 5. When there is a family problem, we are 105. Huh? We are all one family. So immediately he was willing to offer help. So, so in the beginning of the session today, most of you had already joined by the time. I was telling you many stories. So I will ask one or two quick questions to you to check whether you grasp the main point. Huh? I told you one story of the cock and the pig and the bull and the rat. What is the moral of the story you learned? Anybody? You can raise the hand. Please don't tell the answer. I will ask you one by one. What is the moral you learned from the story? They were all living in the same farm community, correct? No? What did you learn from that? Now you can give the mic to him. What's your name? Anurag, yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
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 So even though in the short run it seems that we are all independent and anyway we can manage without the other uh,
Members.
under interference, but in a long run or nobody knows what happened next. So interdependency.
There is an interdependence, yeah.
Hmm.
So
The
from
key.
that story, if you apply it to your daily life, so how would you translate that learning from the story in your real life? How would you translate it? Yes, anybody? How would you translate the learning from the story of the pig and the cock and the bull and the rat story? How would we translate it in our real life? Yes. Anybody? Yeah? Is there anybody? When they raise his hand, I can send the mic to you. That's very important, isn't it? How would you apply it in your life? The most important lesson from the story is that the other members of the community are not less important. Huh? They are also important. Imagine if, you know, these people told the rat, see, because you are roaming around here, that is why they have put the rat trap. Correct, no? Yeah. Better you keep away for some time at least. 6 months to 1 year, you go for some outing to another farm. Huh? You go away from here, then they will not put the rat trap. Correct, no? For catching you, they have put, and it is dangerous for you. We don't want to miss you, but at the same time, there is another farm which is 2 kilometers away. You go and live there. Later on, you can come back. Then, if the rat is gone, then they will also remove the rat trap which they put. And if the rat trap is not put, then the snake won't be caught in that. Then the lady won't die. Then all of them would have survived. That means others never had a meeting amongst themselves to show some concern for the rat. Is it clear? Hmm. That means when you are living in, for example, in America, in one of the rooms, there was an Indian boy in computer science. He was actually a class topper. Tomorrow he must have become a very big entrepreneur. But one of his roommates killed him. You saw that? It came in this thing out of envy because he was like a topper, number one, and he could not make it. Huh? That fellow was from China or Japan. I don't know which country, I don't know. Huh? That came in the video also came. So it stabbed him and all that. Huh? So people, far from being friendly and helpful and cooperative and being concerned about others, people are so envious sometimes that they can even kill a person. Huh? You can see that. That is the other extreme, isn't it? So at least if one cannot do good, at least one can be neutral at least. Huh? Yeah. So this story talks about having concern for the fellow members in our class and others. Okay. Another story I said about okay, the whole story which Bhishma Pitama told to Yudhishthira Maharaj. From that, what did you learn, any of you? The story of the rat coming out of the hole and the eagle and everything. Something important, what did you learn from that? Hmm. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So I learned that we should take decision such that it is beneficial for both the parties.
We should think of mutual benefit. We should think of mutual benefit. How we can benefit mutually. Instead of thinking about only benefit for ourselves only, selfishly. And it told multiple examples of the questions I asked to children. You may be remembering I told about the train sitting in the window seat, or the bread with a cherry. All those examples I gave. So why did I give those examples? What was the point behind those examples? Anybody? Anybody understood that? What was the highlight point there? Then you remember that? Huh? So because every child wants to sit near the window. Huh? Similarly, anybody would want to eat the bun with the cherry, isn't it? So then what did I conclude from those stories? And one more story I told you. Father with two sons, one son would cut the cake and give. Correct? Now you remember that? Yeah. So what did you learn from that? No hand is up. They are thinking probably still. Actually, that story, father telling the son to cut. One son will cut, other son will choose which part to take. Why did the father do that? Anybody? You heard the story? How many of you heard the story? Remember hearing it? Yeah. He has answered. If someone else can answer, it will be nice. Huh? One who hasn't answered. That's a very small story, it is. See, the elder son would always take a bigger piece of the cake. He would cut the cake in such a way that bigger piece he will take, and his younger brother will give him a very small one. So younger brother was always crying. So what did the father say? Okay, my dear two sons, come here. One of you will cut the cake, the other one will choose which part to take. Like that he said. So now when the son cut the cake, how did he cut? Equally he cut. Why he did that? Because he knew, if I cut small and big, the big one will go to my younger brother. Then he had to cut it equally. From that, what did you learn from that story? You didn't learn any lesson for your personal life from that? As much as you would want to have the bigger size cake, will not the other one want the same? So we need to be empathic. Think about others also. Don't think selfishly about yourself. It may be possible for you to be an individual player for a while. Do you know there are 5 levels of leadership? See, the bottommost leader is one leader who is an individual player. That's all. Like lions or tigers, they're individual players. They can't take support from anybody else. Higher than that, a person is, he is a very good team player. He can work in a team. Like ants. You've seen ants are good team players? Correct? You've seen that ants going together in a group. They work together to achieve a goal. Then better than that is a team leader. One who can galvanize all the efforts of the team members together and achieve a common goal. So there are bigger, and then there's a 4th level team leader who can even engage the weaklings, like Lord Rama was appreciating even a squirrel. A leader who can appreciate even the weaker members of the team. And the 5th level leader is a visionary leader who can actually accommodate multiple team leaders under him. So if you have to grow to those levels, you have to be a win-win thinker. So right now somebody may be an individual player, but team player means you think about others' benefit also. You not only think about my benefit only, selfishly. But other stories I told you also, the sitting near the window and also cake with the cherry, that teaches the same principle of universal selflessness. For example, look at the sun. See, sun is giving you sunlight and you're putting a solar panel and drawing electricity. Is the sun taking money from you? Is it taking? No. Just see. Clouds are giving rain shower. The mango trees are giving you mangoes. Cow is giving milk. River is giving water, potable water. None of them take any money. So in the nature also you find God's nature, everybody is doing what service? Selfless service. in God's creation. There is a sloka also which says that Paropakaraya vahanti nadya, Paropakaraya duhanti gava, Paropakaraya phalanti vriksha, Paropakaraya idam shariram. That sloka says. So, as humans, to the degree you can selflessly think about others' welfare, then there can be respect, love, and trust. Like, for example, your parents and you. Parents think about themselves only, and you think about yourself. That will be a very unhappy family. Huh? Say your parents are saying, my mother says, Beta, breakfast is ready, $10, if she says. Isn't it? You want lunch also, another $20. She asks you. Isn't it? What kind of family will that be? But you have seen your mother right from childhood up to now, she has raised you selflessly. Huh? Because of the sacrifices they have made, you have feel some gratitude for them. Of course, if you don't feel gratitude, there's another problem. Huh? So, children should think of the parents' comfort and parents should think of, it should be like this. Correct? No, it should be like this or it should be like this. Huh? It should be like this. Like Lord Rama is going to jungle. Huh? He was the only one told to go to forest. Isn't it? So he went to Sita and said, hey Sita, don't come with me to forest because there'll be fierce animals like lions, tigers and all who are praying for, some food. And also in forest, you will not have a beautiful palace like this. And you will not get good foods. We have to eat kandamul and roots and berries and all. But to stay back in the palace, like that he said. But Sita said, what are you talking? How can a wife stay separately away from the husband? For me, this palace bed will be like a bed of thorns. On the contrary, coming with you to forest, it will be like going to heaven, she said. So, you will see that Lord Ram didn't tell Sita, hey Sita, I'm going to jungle, you also have to come. Sita said, no, I don't want to come. She says, no, who will cook for me otherwise? You have to come. It was not like that. Ram is concerned about Sita's comfort. Sita is concerned about Ram's comfort. You can see that. That is complete self-presence. Similarly, Lord Ram told Lakshman, take care of the three mothers and stay in the palace. Lakshman said, what? Bharat will take care of the three mothers. I have already packed my luggage ready. I am going to go to forest. I will be walking ahead of both of you, Sita and Ram. If any thorn comes the way, first I have to encounter it. And wherever we stay, it's me who will make the cottage for you to stay. And I have already taken a vow that 14 years I am not going to sleep. So Nidra Devi, I have told her to take my Nidra and give it to my wife Urmila, so that she will not feel separation from me. So I am going to keep a vigil and I will go round and round the hut to take care of you and Sita. So I will always be available at your beck and call, my dear brother. This is who? Lakshman. So Lakshman is not thinking about himself, thinking about Ram's service. Correct, no? So you'll be amazed when you read Ramayana also. So the whole idea is win-win thinking requires little broadening your consciousness from yourself to the world around you, to the members around you. And by such thinking, you will be able to achieve 10 times more success in your life, like what Pandavas achieved. With less manpower, Pandavas achieved greater success. They became kings of the whole world. And Kauravas with a bigger army, bigger number, with heavily talented people like Bhishma, Drona, they still lost because there was internal clashes, collisions within the team, and people are selfish also. So therefore, a bigger team with selfishness collapses. A smaller team with selflessness and unity and respect, love and trust with Lord Krishna in the center, guided by great souls, that becomes a winning team. You saw that? So many lessons we learned from Mahabharata. See, when this topic was given to me, I asked, the students are in which year, I asked. They said that some of you are in second year, some of you third year, they said. This is more suitable for students who are in final year, just about to enter into the job. For them, it will be more suitable because when you enter in the job, within a year or two, some people become team leads. Those who go from IIT, in a very short time, they are asked to lead a team of 10, 12 people. That time you will realize this more than now. Now you are still very young now at the moment. When you go, you will realize the need for interdependence. The world is full of interdependence. How many of you know a lion, after eating flesh, it has got this thing, what do you call it? The meat pieces. For removing that, there is one bird. And the bird goes inside the lion's mouth. Lion keeps the mouth like this. Bird goes inside and takes out the meat piece. After that, the bird can eat those pieces of meat, so he gets his food also. And the lion also is relieved from the thing sticking in the tooth. So will the lion eat the bird? Why the lion will not eat the bird when it goes inside the mouth? Because he needs the help of the bird for removing it. Huh? So this is another example of interdependence. You can see that it's called symbiotic relationship. Huh? They're mutually dependent. So the whole nature is full of symbiosis, huh? Full of symbiotic, interdependent relationship. Mhm. So thank you all very much. You are ready to do the kirtan once as we did before, 5 minutes? Huh? There is a Mahamantra which I sang, no? Yeah, yes. Who has a question? I can answer, yeah. Yeah, somebody has a sense of? Yeah, tool. Yes. You can ask in the mic so others can also hear your question.
Yes, Prabhu. So Prabhuji, I was thinking that there is a sense of love and care. So they know there is this interdependency, but they want to lead it. But they want to be the first thing. Like there is a competition that happens with me. Like if something comes to me, that it becomes a competition. Like I want to be the example. I want to lead the thing. But then there is selfishness also.
Yeah.
So then how do you reconcile?
That's a very important question. You see, there is always competition in this world, everybody knows. Huh? Competition between the people. But in that competition also, you can see that there are some occasions where I can lead in certain areas and you can lead in another area, or we can work together also. Correct? No? Like one example I'll tell you, in Bangalore, there was an interview for a big manager's post. So 3 boys had come from IIM and 2 boys had come from average MBA colleges. One of the boys was from Pune. So he was one of our students in Pune. So he had gone also. So in the interview, 5 boys are sitting around and they were given a GT topic to discuss. So these boys from IIM, they were very, very intelligent. So immediately they wanted to dominate the scene. Huh? They started telling a lot of points or pushing. So one of the boys who came from Pune, he took a pad and pen and he noted down all the points. He said this point, all those points. So there was a moderator, man going around, interviewer, going around and checking who speaks what. He was noting down. So 4 boys spoke. This Pune boy kept quiet. He was from a very simple MBA college in Pune. After all 4 of them finished, the Pune, what this boy did, he said, the first boy, you made these points very good points. He told the second person, you made this point very nice. Then he told the third boy, you made this point. So they all felt appreciated also. Because he had noted down and he repeated those points. Then finally he said, if you all don't mind, I would like to add some more additional points to this to synthesize all your points. Like that he said. So he synthesized and said, all the 4 guys, they clapped hands. They said, smart, very nice idea it is. Because you have taken our input also and you added some flavor icing on the cake. Huh? They said. And then he got selected, only one boy. This Pune boy. So later on the boss said, we were not looking for very smart boys. We were looking for someone who can synthesize ideas by listening to different people. He was a very simple boy from an average MBA college in Pune. He got a very big job in a company. So now those boys were thinking that if we dominate the scene, the interviewer will take us seriously. They'll think that I am very smart. So they try to act outsmart others. Correct, no? So in the same manner, when you talk about competition in this world, yes, there is a competition. But Shastra says that you do your part and then leave it to God. You sow the seed, God will give the rains. You give the interview, the panel may choose you. You give the examination, the results are not in your hands. So a devotee of God means they will do their part and then they will not take anxiety about the results. Because results are not in our hands at all. Why to take anxiety? Correct, no? What is not in my hands, why should I worry about it? See, karmanyeva adhikarastya means circle of influence. Mahaphaleshu kadachana means circle of concern. No? Circle of concern is outside. So I should have focus on which one? Circle of influence or concern? Influence. So just bother about that. So when there is opportunity, there is a competition, you have to join the competition. You do your part. And then let the teacher choose who will lead and who will follow and everything. We do our part. But even in the competition, we don't have to become inimical to anybody. We can think that, we are all friends, trying for something. And then if you win, I congratulate you. I appreciate you. If I win, you may congratulate me. Finally, whoever wins, the others don't feel envy, because sometimes, like a rabbit is greater than tortoise on land. Tortoise is greater than rabbit on water. It's called situational leadership. Every one of us can lead in certain areas effectively. So it's not that we are best in everything. So if somebody is doing better than me, I can appreciate that. Because God is manifesting in that quality in that person in a more prominent way. Like some of the students sitting here can sing very sweetly. Some of them sitting here may be smart in mathematics. Everybody has a different talent. And it's all God's talent manifesting through them in small proportions. So when we see like that, we don't feel envy towards anybody. Does it make sense? Yeah. So can we do 5 minutes kirtan? You are ready? But you have to follow, huh? You should not only watch the slide, but you have to sing also, huh? Where is the mridanga? See, I am supposed to come for one more session, I think, tomorrow, no? I will show you some list of topics. So you choose the topic and then... See, you all can see the topics. Where is it? So you all can see the topics here. See, this is all about mind mastery, art of harnessing mind power, mastering the moods, managing mood swings and shaping future, and gaining focus in the world of distractions. Now, going from impulsive like this. You are able to see the topics here? All of you. So these are all on the mind. Each of them is one topic. I can speak on any of this if you want tomorrow. These are all about the mind, if you want to know about the mind. Similarly, I have many other sections I'll show you. Just another section I'll show you. You can just, all of you, choose one topic in your mind from this. Then I'll show you another list, okay? You've seen it? Okay? Can I move the next one? I can show you. This next is about leadership, personal growth. I think this is little advanced for you, leadership. Okay, then another one I'll show you. This is also workplace productivity and career success. For more job holders, it is better. This one is good for job holders. Huh? Okay. This relationship and communication skills. See, managing relationship for success at workplace. And this is character-based value education. Each one of them is a separate topic. So, this is very simple. These topics are very good. You see this one? Yoga for the modern age, power of choice, power to change from caterpillar to butterfly, do your best and leave the rest, balancing passion with compassion, Gita in 4 sutras, art of thinking, win-win, all that. And then there is anger management, art of correcting. Okay, any of you, you suggest a topic and then others can vote for it. One of you suggest a topic and others will vote, and that I'll speak tomorrow, okay? Quick, anybody? Anybody want to suggest one of these, what you saw now? You raise your hand, give the mic to them. If others like it, I'll speak on that. You want to suggest a topic? You noted?
Fourth, grow
Fourth is-
from impulsive to intelligent
What?
response, cultivating patience and wisdom.
Okay. Anybody else? How many of you think it's very important for you, you feel? There is only one hand up. Okay. Anybody else want to suggest any other topic? There are many others.
Convert stress to smile.
Okay. Any of you like the topic converting stress to smile? There are 12 tips. You can raise the hand. We'll take a count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. There are about 12, 15 hands. Okay, very good. That seems to be a very important topic. Okay, anybody else? Any other topic you chose? Huh? Gaining focus in the world of distractions. How many of you opt for that? That also is a good number. Oh, that is the biggest number, it seems. Huh? That is bigger than stress also. Oh, right. So, Prabhu, which one had the biggest vote? The stress one or this third one? Yeah. I also have a meeting 6 to 7. But after 7, by the time they come, it will be late. Huh?
Like some of them, we can ask him like how many. We'll have a poll in the group. And
Okay. Oh, you're saying that tomorrow many have class between 6 to 7, he's saying. So we may not have the session, he's saying tomorrow. But in case we hold tomorrow, how many of you think you will be able to come? You don't have the class or whatever. I also have a meeting, online meeting between 6 to 7. But I was planning to do it in another room in the same house here with Prabhuji's permission. And then 7 o'clock I can join here, 7 to 8:15 or 8:30. I am available for tomorrow. In case you have a session, I will not, then you should go for it. No problem. Huh? Yes? In case, how many of you think you will be able to come in case we do this gaining focus in the world of distractions? That seems to be attracting a lot of interest. Huh? They are not very sure. Okay. Because if you have class, then you should go for it. We will not spoil your class. Okay? Thank you. Can we do Kirtan 5 minutes? I can add the Mridanga. So you all can sing after me. I'll sing one mantra, then you can follow me to that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki. So this kind of singing and chanting of the Mahamantra, there is a Florida University report. It's a 2-minute, if I can show you that. It doesn't take much time.
The Vedas themselves are sound vibrations in literary form and carry a profound message. Spiritual disciplines recommend meditational practices such as silent meditation of mantras, and also the verbal repetition of specific mantras out loud. A clinical test of the benefits of mantra chanting was performed on 3 groups of 62 subjects, males and females of average age 25. They chanted the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 25 minutes each day under strict clinical supervision. Results showed that regular chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra reduces stress and depression and helps reduce bad habits and addictions. These results formed a PhD thesis at Florida State University.
What happens, he says? It reduces stress and then addictions and bad habits. One more thing he said. What is it? Stress, bad habits, depression, I think. Depression, addictions, many things. So one thing is true, that all across the globe, this kind of japa and kirtan are becoming very, very famous. I go to the west and east coast and west coast. I go to 25 places in 3 months every year I go. So in universities, this Hare Krishna mantra singing has become a very popular thing. Students come and sit for 1 or 2 hours also. So, all of you are, I heard many of you are already chanting. How many of you are already chanting at least one round daily? You chant at least. Japam you do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Huh? Any time of the day you can chant. Huh? Morning, afternoon, evening, night, whenever it's convenient to you. Hmm? What we did was called Kirtanam. Singing we did, but you can also do Japam. Japam when you do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It completely calms your mind. It makes you patient, makes you tolerant, it makes you focused, it makes you very one-pointed, and it makes you think twice before you act. So chanting is very powerful. So please try it. Huh? And thanks to Nizam, sir, very kind of you. Right from his student days, he has been always dynamic and very active in his college days. You used to do this shadow dance, no? Sometime you can make and show them. Actually, he came up with a very brilliant, creative idea during his college days when he used to come to IIT Kharagpur, and that became internationally popular over a period of time. What you did, Krishna Arjuna, you did once, no? You began with that. After that, what you did? Ramayana also I did. I don't think they have seen it, right? You can, if you put it on the wall sometime, you show them. College you can do also sometimes. It's very, very innovative. You'll be surprised how in shadow you can play with shadow so much. It's black things come on the screen. And I have never seen that until first time he demonstrated, and then he developed how many, 3 or 4 different things you did, right? So he's very creative, intelligent student he was during his college days. Thanks to Mataji also, both husband, wife, and they're very, they have a small growing child, but they have opened their door to accommodate all of us for the program. Thank you, Tukaram Prabhu, for bringing me here. Thank you. Hare Krishna.